Hi and welcome to this learning session. In previous sessions we've created a team. We created this Year 8 Mathematics team and we added members to it. In this session what I want to look at is populating your team with learning activities. Right, so we've got Year 8 Mathematics here, and by default we've got the general channel. First thing I want to do is add some more channels. I'm going to click more options, I'm going to go add a channel, and I'm going to give it a name, and I'm just going to call it lesson or topic 1, and I'm going to add it. What you can do is you can actually click automatically show this channel in everyone's channel list. That's especially useful if everyone is at the same stage. And there it is, lesson or topic 1, and you might name it something more appropriate to what the actual lesson or topic is about. And I can add another channel, topic 2, automatically show, add, and so on. Once you've got your lessons or topics or channels added, and you don't need to do the entire year, you just need to have 1 or 2 weeks in front of the students. So I'm going to go to lesson or topic 1, and within here you've got posts, files, and notes by default. Posts are for communication. Yourself and or students can type in the box down here, and if I want to be very fancy I can go @ and I can type the name of the team. So if I start typing year, it'll come up Year 8 Mathematics. By putting that in, notice how it's put in Year 8 Mathematics. What this will do is, when I press enter to post that, it will have sent a notification which will appear in people's activity to anyone who is a member of this Year 8 Mathematics team. Students and yourself can have conversations using the chat. The chat can be used for non-instantaneous, or in some cases, if you're all online, instantaneous responses. Files. This is where you'll add files that you want your students to be able to access. It's pretty simple to do. You should just be able to grab a file, such as a Word document, which I'm dragging across, and literally just drop it in there. So there is Maths Task 1. I'm going to drag in another one. There is Maths Task 2. Now don't actually open these because they're just empty files. It's just for the demonstration purposes. You can drag all sorts of files in here: Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, PowerPoints, PDFs. You can drag application specific files in here, not just Microsoft Office related files. Anything that your students need access to can be placed in here. Now, in addition, on the Notes tab, it will link to a notebook. And by notebook I mean a OneNote notebook. So here is my OneNote notebook for topic 1. What you can do is you can prepare notes for your students in advance. Task 1. So I just literally typed in here, do X, then do Y, etc, etc, etc. I'm hoping yours might be a bit more specific than my general meanderings. Now, this might be task 1. You can, if you want, click on draw, and you can draw bits and pieces, whatever you want. You know, having a game of tic-tac-toe with your students is perhaps not the most ideal option. Very handy if you've got a touch screen. You can use this a lot like a whiteboard. What I can do is I can expand my navigation panel, and you can see this is lesson or topic 1 notes. There's task 1. I can simply right click here, new page, and I can then click here. Actually, I need to go from drawing back to here. Task 2, etc, etc, etc. Right click, new page, task 3, and so on. So you can pre-populate these notebooks for your students. You can copy and paste Word documents in here, or contents of Word documents. Any way you use OneNote, you can pretty much use it. Right, what else can I provide in Teams for my students? Well, if I click the plus sign here, I can add a tab. And you've got all of these options that can be used to create tabs. A common one might be you might set up videos via stream, or you might use a website. You can put YouTube in via websites, although YouTube has its own dedicated option here as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a website. The name of the tab should probably be appropriate to what it is. Maths exercises. Now what I've got here is I have a website that I've found, so I'm just going to click up here, Control C for copy, drag that out of the way, Control V for paste. It always wants it to be a HTTPS website to make sure it's secure. I don't necessarily need to post to the channel about this tab, but I will just so you can see it, and I'll click Save. We now have a new tab, which is that website. See, there's my website, and scroll up a bit. We can see it's pretty much the same, Year 8 Maths. And you've got the option to select within the tab. It's a fully functional website basically, so if there are websites with very handy or useful information for your students to use when dealing with this lesson or topic, you can make them very easily available, which is really handy for students that like to say, I couldn't find it. They've got no excuse. Right, so if I go back to my posts, you can see there is a post where it says added a new tab. That's because I left that checkbox checked. Normally you wouldn't need to put that in there. Okay, here's the message that I put in earlier on. What I can then do is I can then go to topic 2 and I can start populating topic 2. Hopefully it's been beneficial. Thank you for watching.